Hey guys, what is going on? It is Chris here. Once again, we are looking ahead to today's slate for the 24th of February. Finally, we got some NBA back after the All-Star break, so hopefully, you guys have been hanging in there. Anyway, for the All-Star break, I went on a little mini vacation. It was fun. Also, been doing some college basketball and some NHL, and we've actually been kicking butt on there pretty well. I mean, as far as I can see, it reminds me of like the old DFS because there's only like maybe one or two people sharing in 50-50s and double up. NBA's just became so popular with providers and stuff that as we know, there's sometimes 10 or 15 people with the same lineup in 50-50s, and and it's 5 to 10 points higher than the cash line tournament. So it's frustrating sometimes, but I really haven't had that problem in college basketball or NHL, and it's nice. It seems like sometimes in NBA you have to be almost perfect to even cash these days. So, but yeah, I mean college basketball and NHL have been doing good. As you see, this was yesterday. Top one, obviously, NHL and CBB down there. Yeah, just playing double ups, 50-50s, three mans, not doing too much, but still, making a little bit of money. So we are still going to be doing that for you guys. It is going to be $15 for a week. You get both of them, college basketball and NHL. Yeah, like I said, we've been doing good. Here is the 22nd. One of our subs won $429 on some NHL with our goalie getting us 1 point. We got a 180 with our goalie with one. If our goalie would have stepped up, easy takedowns everywhere. So yeah, I mean, like I said, guys, just doing pretty good here with some college basketball and NHL. So if you guys want to get in, only $15 for a week pass. All you need to do is hit us up on our Twitter, and we'll get you guys in. And like I said, we'd love to have you. As normal, if you guys want to get in on on NBA as well, we are going to be doing that as well. Only $50 for the rest of the season. So definitely would love for you guys to come join us. So if you guys want to get in on all three of those sports or one of them, message us on the Twitter. That'll be in the comment section. Just copy that, put it onto Twitter, and message us right away, and we'll get you guys in there. So that is that. Let's go get into what you guys came for. Let's go get into today's slate. So first one we got is Cleveland and Detroit in this one. Let's go look at it here. We got a 208 Cleveland by 6. So it should be a slower game here. As we know, Detroit does not have a great defense. And Darius Garland and Karis LeVert are both out here for Cleveland once again. So if Rondo starts, he's going to be very chalky. At $3,900, I don't know who else would really start here. Maybe Goodwin, but even if Goodwin starts, I think Rondo would probably play still 20-25 minutes here. On this other side, don't mind Cade Cunningham. I know Cleveland's a pretty good defense, but without Garland and Sexton, those guys are half decent guards. So I don't mind Cade here. Maybe 30-35 in this one. Saduk Bey is a little much at 7-1. He could have a good game, but I don't know if you really want to spend that much in a 208 total. Marketing's back, so might hurt Chetty Osman a little bit. Where I'm going to focus here for Cleveland is the big boys, Mobley, Allen, and Kevin Love. As we know, Detroit's not good at all against the power forward center position. So all three of those guys, I love them. I really do. Kevin Love at 5'4" is also in a pretty good spot since he'll play 25-30 minutes off the bench. So those are guys I'm looking at in that one. Boston and Brooklyn, all the main guys for Brooklyn are still out. KD, Simmons, and Kyrie, since it is a home game. So, kind of a kind of game here for Brooklyn. We'll have to see who starts. Maybe Patty Mills, you can put him in there. Cam Thomas at 6K is a little much, but we'll have to see what they can do here against Brooklyn. Sorry, against Boston. I kind of want a lineup out before I can really say anything, but I think Thomas will be in there. Aldridge should be in a half decent spot. I just don't want them to get blown out and then they just don't play Drummond and Aldridge a lot, right? Because sometimes if they get blown out, they're only going to play Aldridge and Drummond 18 minutes, and that kind of sucks. So, that's the thing I'm worried about there. On that flip side for Boston, Jaylen Brown, I guess. But like I said, I just don't have a ton of these guys. I mean, Brown, Tatum, I mean, even Robert Williams. I mean, they're all good plays. I mean, Brooklyn's not good against power forward center. So, I mean, they got Drummond in there a little bit. But I don't know. It's one of those games where, yeah, it's pretty easy for Boston here. But if it gets carried away, then, it's just going to turn um, into a blowout. So next game we got is Atlanta and Chicago. This one's a massive total. We have a 238 in Chicago only by 3. So, um, in most cash games, people are going to be loading up on this game as much as they can. Your DeRozan, your Zach LaVine, your Trey Young, right? Those guys are going to be very popular. Kobe White, Bogdan Bogdanovic, 67. Man, that's expensive for that dude, but he's before the All-Star break, looking pretty good. John Collins is going to be out again, so that's going to help Bogdanovic a little bit. Man, that's a pricey tag for him. But like I said, as those main guys, as I mentioned, Collins is probably going to be out, so maybe look at Akagu. I think that's how you say it. He's only going to play, 17 to 20 minutes, but maybe get you 20, 25 points. But like I said, you're just hoping he gets his blocks and stuff. But yeah, besides that, besides the main guys, Vuk, DeRozan, I just don't see a ton that I'm looking here. I mean, Kobe White's looking good. Desamnu, I think he's still starting. Maybe look at Desamnu, but they got all their guys back, so I mean, he's still doing half decent. So, but like I said, these bowls are priced up pretty well. So, kind of, like I said, the main guys that I mentioned, those are the guys to be looking at. Phoenix and OKC, CP3 is going to be out for a while here. So, who's going to start? Some people may think Peyton. I don't think he's going to start. I think Aaron Holiday is going to give the start here for Phoenix at $3,500. And he's an okay play, might get you 18 to 20, but he's going to be very chalky since he's projected probably to start here. So, at 3,500, just gotta go with it here and get somebody else out of it. Devin Booker looks in a pretty good spot. I think OKC could fight a little bit here with Shea being back as well. We'll have to see how much they give Shea since he has not played in a while. He has not played since the 16th, so maybe he plays 20, 25 minutes, but we'll have to see here. Not Giddy's okay, but not massive on him. Mikal Bridges is going to have to step up a little bit as well. Another guy that I think is going to be probably about 25 to 30 points. Jay Crowder's another guy I don't mind looking at. So, a lot of these Phoenix guys are going to have to step up a little bit. So, yeah, like I said, if Aaron Holiday starts, he's going to be chalk and the main guy. I don't mind Peyton either. I know they just don't like playing him, which kind of sucks. I mean, he's okay at fantasy-wise when he plays a little bit. I mean, as you see, he played 21 minutes at 32 points. So, I don't know, man. It just sucks they don't play him. But if you're going to take a GPP shot tonight, maybe they play Peyton a little bit more than a Holiday. But I don't know. I'd be kind of surprised if they do that. All right, Minnesota in Memphis should be, what is it, 225? 239. Holy smackers. I was not expecting that. I mean, both these teams are fast here. Memphis, as we know, has a pretty good defense. But if it's a 239, I mean, you gotta load it up, man. Morant, Russell, Beverly, Desmond Bane's in a good spot. Edwards is a little much here. I'd go Russell. Even D'Anthony Melton, maybe a little bit off the bench, playing 20, 25 minutes, might get you 25 points. About 20 minutes or so. So he's a little bit riskier. Kyle Anderson could be an okay play, another guy that doesn't have a massive usage rate, as you see. So, kind of all over the place with his minutes as of late, so maybe not go there. Jaren Jackson's at 7-1. Duke is in foul trouble sometimes, but when he's not, he's powerful. But as you see, his minutes 25, 23, 30, 25, 26. Duke doesn't play a massive amount of minutes. If he does get into foul trouble, maybe look at Brandon Clark. Not too much cheaper, but a guy that usually comes in a lot in the fourth quarter because Jackson's always, in foul trouble. So Brandon Clark looking very solid as well. Moving on to the centers, you got Towns. I don't mind Steven Adams at 6'6". He's going to have to guard Towns a lot. They're going to be doing a lot of screens and stuff like that, as they usually do with Ja Morant. So at 6'6", I think he can easily get you a 30, 35 bomb at lower ownership for sure. So that's what we're looking at. Towns is Towns. Adams is a pretty good defender, though, overall. So I don't mind Towns, but I don't know if I can afford them, but still not in a bad spot. Denver and Sacramento, now they're probably a very high total here. Fox at 8-6, not too afraid of Denver's defense here, so I think easily get your 45-50 bomb at 8-6. One of the better plays of the slate. Will Barton at 5-4, another guy that I'm looking at. I think get you about 25 to 30. Just have to see how he does. One of those wild card plays for sure. Got Dante. How's Dante been doing? Has he played yet? Yeah, he's played. He's okay. Usage rate's not gonna be high as normal, but maybe. But 5-3 is kind of expensive for a maybe. Sabonis, I don't have a ton of them in this one. I mean, it's still good play, but I don't have a ton of them. Jokic should eat, and probably the main expensive stud that people are gonna go to here in this one. And last but not least, we got Golden State and Portland Trailblazers. Trailblazers just It's weird, man. If you look at the roster from a year ago, it's just completely just gone. So I don't know how much I want of this one. Curry, I mean, I could see Curry going off for 50, 55 points here in like 25 minutes. He easily could do that. I don't really want to take a shot with that though. Simons, he's okay, but 7-6 a little much for an okay play. Josh Hart, not really feeling him in this one. I just don't feel a lot of these guys here. Um, Winslow could be okay. You could look at Andrew Wiggins. He's been pretty cheap. Has been doing great recently, so maybe you can put him in there. Jonathan Kuminga, if he comes off the bench, if they're blowing him out, he's going to get a little bit of run, so maybe 25 for him. Um, who else are we looking at here? Oh, Drew Eubanks, another guy that will be probably popular in this one. They just signed him on the 23rd. I think he's going to play in this one. Nurk is out, so Eubanks probably going to come in and start. Might only play 20 minutes, but don't mind looking at him if he doesn't start. I mean, Greg Brown, another guy that has had flashes of being a good fantasy player, as you see here. Plays limited minutes, but he's pretty solid, man. So maybe they give Greg Brown a little bit more run since he's really young guy out there, and so we'll just have to see. And Greg Brown's not the tallest dude, so he kind of fits in against playing against Golden State. Eubanks, on the other hand, is a pretty tall dude, so I don't know how much he really fits into this game plan here. So we'll have to see what what Portland does here. So let's go give you guys some picks here. What we're looking at. Really don't mind Trae Young if you can get Moran in there. Don't mind him if you can't afford Young. Fox is in a good spot. Kobe White, as I mentioned. Cade Cunningham could be a solid play. Patrick Beverly, Mills, D'Anthony Melton. So those are some of the plays that I'm looking at there. Moving on to that shooting guard position. DeRozan, holy smacks. I didn't realize how much his price was. 10-6. Ooh, might be a little hard to get DeRozan in there tonight. I mean, Booker's at 8-8 against OKC. You can still get your 40, 45 bombs. Zach LaVine at 7-9. Not as good as DeRozan here recently, but a little bit of a discount there. Desmond Bain in a solid spot against Minnesota. I'd probably take him over Bogdanovich here. Cam Thomas if he starts. Okay spot. Will Barton, kind of your kind of play. Bruce Brown if he starts. Another guy that not really high usage, but maybe 25 points for you. Not really feeling anyone down there. Like I said, Aaron Holiday, keep an eye on him if he starts for Phoenix. Like I said, DeRozan there. Winslow's okay. Bain, as I mentioned, Mikal Bridges, Jay Crowder's gonna have to step up a little bit, so don't mind those guys. Maybe Delino Gallinari. Eh. Um, Over here, like I said, I really like these bigs for Cleveland: Mobley, Allen, and Kevin Love. All three of those guys definitely in the consideration for my lineups. Aldridge, like I said, I'm a little iffy about Boston blowing them out, and how many minutes are they going to give their older guys? Um, that's mostly it there. As I mentioned, same thing with Drummond. Good play, but who knows how much they really play him. Um, Jokic probably, like I said, top pick of the night there if you can afford him. Mobley, Allen, as I mentioned, solid options. I wouldn't even be surprised if Ayton could step it up here a little bit as well. Um, so I think that's mostly it. As normal, guys, thanks for joining us. Like I said, if you guys want some college basketball and some NHL as well, $15 for the week for both of those combined. Like I said, we've been literally winning almost every single night with both of those. So, yeah, message us, and also if you want to get in on NBA. So that is mostly it. Once again, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. And like I said, if you want to get in, our Twitter will be down there below. Just copy that link.